You know, there was a lot of cool things back when I was in school.
Sure about that? May have aged like milk.
You know what?
As I've said before, we can't read your mind. Well, except for that one listener out there.
Yes, we know who you are.
And they know you know they know. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. For the rest of us that can't read your mind.
Let's do a cool or lame segment.
Lame.
What?
Just practicing. You know what? You could also talk about some of that lame tech from the olden days.
What? Lame?
And we can compare it to today's tech.
Cool. And we can talk about that spiritual journey of an Oreo.
What?
Why do people post to TikTok? What is a virtual classroom? Do you use AI? What's with all these fake photos?
Did you go to an arcade? How many TV channels were there? What was dial-up internet? Did you hang out at the mall?
From the class of 1996 with big hair, AOL, and whatever.
And the class of 2026 with YouTube, smartphones, and mask mandates.
You're listening to Midlife Young.
Having pizza for lunch?
No, I'm having Oreos.
There's a pizza right in front of you. Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up?
I'm waiting for it to change.
Okay. Maybe this is a neurological condition instead? Why do you think it will change?
Haven't you heard? A pizza is an Oreo.
Ah. And how did you come to that bit of flawed logic?
Well, let's start with the pizza. Fold your pizza in half. Congratulations, you invented a calzone. It's basically pizza wearing a blanket because it's got cold. Shrink that calzone down and swap mozzarella for mystery meat. Boom! Dumpling. It's just a calzone that went to therapy and learned portion control.
It's not the only thing that needs therapy.
Change the wrapper to bread and add some veggies. Now it's a pork and veggie roll. Basically, the dumpling got a gym membership and started meal prepping. Replace the veggies with a hot dog and stab it with a stick. Voila, a corn dog. It's the rebellious teen phase of a veggie roll, deep fried and on a stick. Remove the stick, put the dog in a bun. Now it's a hot dog. The corn dog grew up, got a job, and bought a house with a mortgage. Swap the dog for ground beef and veggies. Now you've got a sub. Same carbs, but now it's artisanal. Replace the bread with a shell. Boom! Taco! The sub went on vacation to Mexico and never came back. Open it up, flatten it out. Taco pizza. It's the taco's midlife crisis. What if I was a pizza again? Shrink it down to bite size. Now it's a cracker appetizer. The taco pizza realized it was too much and decided to become a minimalist. Swap that savory topping for something sweet and creamy. Dessert cracker. It's the appetizer's attempt at being the life of the party. Replace the cracker with pie crust wafers. Stack two and add cream in the middle. Congratulations, you've arrived at the Oreo. The pizza has completed its spiritual journey and achieved enlightenment in cookie form.
Okay.
A pizza is an Oreo.
No. That logic doesn't work.
Why? Wait, what are you doing?
I'm eating your pizza.
No!
I guess it will not achieve enlightenment now. What is that?
My old calculator from high school, the TI-85 graphing calculator. You know, we used to program in games on those so we could play games during class.
Anyway, to avoid actually paying attention in class, I see. How about we look at some of that classroom tech from yesterday and compare it today?
Let me print that list out.
Oh yeah, that old trusty dot matrix printer again. How about we just pull it up on this iPad?
Got the list right here. So let's start off with the good old computers from 1996. Well, they were desktop PCs. And you know, it had the good old clunky CRT monitors.
I don't know what a CRT monitor is.
That's good because they're heavy, used a lot of electricity, and were bad for the environment when thrown out. What were they replaced with today?
Laptops, Chromebooks, and tablets.
A lot more portable. So back in 1996, dial-up internet was still a thing, even though some schools did have ISDN internet connections, but overall slow and very limited access.
Now we have high-speed fiber and Wi-Fi pretty much everywhere.
So back in my class, overhead projectors with transparencies.
Now we have interactive smartboards and digital projectors.
We had printed textbooks, and I remember always having to wrap those things in the cardboard paper bags to protect them because we'd get fined if they got damaged.
We still have those nowadays, but it's more common to see digital textbooks and e-learning platforms.
Now, when it comes to taking notes, it's handwritten notes right in a notebook.
You can just type on your computer.
I know, OneNote, Notion, that kind of thing. So communications back in the day, landline phones in the office. And heck, if you had a more advanced school, sometimes they would have at least a phone in every room. But that was a little more rare.
We now have iMessage and email.
We also had to do research and go to that good old library, and we look at the library books, we look at the encyclopedias, and that gigantic dictionary that was always perched in the center of the room.
Now we can just search it up on Google or ask ChatGPT.
Typing. Well, there was typewriters, but luckily for my class, we actually had access to basic word processors, mostly on good old Mac Classic computers.
Now we have Google Docs or cloud-based word processing.
Oh, printing, the dot matrix printer. I could still hear it today, but we also had inkjet printers and a few laser printers here and there.
Now we have laser printers and 3D printers.
And those printers are usually wireless.
You still have to plug them in.
Audio visual. We frequently saw movies or TV episodes in our classrooms on that cart they'd wheel in with the VHS tape with the big, huge TV sitting on top. You knew when that cart was coming down the hall, it was going to be a good class.
We can now stream videos from YouTube, or we can use VR.
Now, the tests. I never was big at tests. But paper-based exams, we'd either fill it out by words, or you'd actually circle those little circles, but you always had to make sure you got into the little dots.
We now have online assessments and adaptive testing.
Now, when we finished the test, they got to grade us, right? And there was manual grading books, and I remember some of our teachers having those, so they could cross-reference the answers to a big book they had, which is usually twice the size of the books that we learned off of, because theirs would have the answers.
There's now digital gradebooks and analytics dashboards.
Attendance. Paper roll call. The teacher would note everything on the sheet every morning if we were there.
Now there's biometric or app-based attendance systems.
Homework submissions. Oh, I hated homework. But, of course, we'd bring it into class. It was due that morning or the start of the class. And we'd hand in our physical paper.
We now have LMS platforms like Google Classroom or Canvas.
Collaboration. We usually work together in groups right in the classroom, sometimes after class.
There's now real-time collaboration tools like Docs and Teams.
Science labs. Basic lab equipment, even though it was always fun when we pulled out the Bunsen burner.
Well, now we have digital sensors, simulations, and AR labs.
Art and design. We had paper, pencils, paints. Sometimes we'd take that clay and mold it to something.
We now have digital art tables and design software.
Physical education, that gym teacher always holding that stopwatch and blowing that whistle.
We now have wearable fitness trackers and VR sports.
And finally, classroom management. There's always, of course, the good old chalkboard. Yeah, who of us really thought it was a good old chalkboard? That annoying noise of chalk on there, the dust when you wiped it off. And, of course, that big old clunky teacher's desk that always sat right in front of the chalkboard.
There's now smart classroom systems and AI monitoring.
That last segment got me thinking.
Ouch. That's okay, take an Advil.
What? Anyway, I have a list here of things that were cool back in the 90s. I'll read off the items and what they are.
Can I tell you if it's mid or trash even?
Let's think positive. Some of these items might still be, what does your generation call it? Goated?
I know that's a common phrase for my generation, but I hate it, so stick to your decade already.
Fine. For each item, I'll have you tell us if it's cool or lame. You know those 90s terms for good and bad?
Sounds cringe, but let's do it.
So I have a list of a few items. Let me bring each one of these up, describe them, and then I'm going to have you rate whether it is cool or lame. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Tamagotchi. Digital pet keychain that needs constant care, feeding, cleaning, and attention. Owning one was a status symbol.
I think Tamagotchis are pretty cool.
The next item is Beanie Babies. Collectible stuffed animals that became a craze. People believed they'd be worth a fortune someday.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah, they're stuffed animals.
And I actually put that one under lame.
What?
Anyway.
I love stuffed animals.
Starter jackets. Oversized, flashy sports team jackets, especially NBA and NFL, were a must-have for street style.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to sportswear, it never loses its coolness.
Coolness ain't a word.
All right. Oh, the good old Discman. Portable CD player that replaced Walkmans. Bonus points if you had an anti-skip protection, which I did. It was awesome. It was even more fun when you messed with the thing to try to get it to skip anyway. But on car rides, it was the most awesome thing. It wouldn't skip.
I don't know what those are.
So you can't rate that one because you don't even know what it is. We need a new sound effect for unknown devices. Huh? There you go. All right, let's go on to Pogs. And we actually did an episode on Pogs. So be sure to go back to that podcast. But small cardboard discs used in games for stacking and slamming. Collecting rare designs was the ultimate flex, and people would show those suckers off.
I'm going to say lame.
Aw.
I'm not a card person.
Okay.
They're trading cards, aren't they?
No, those little cardboard discs. We did an episode. You got to go back and listen to our podcast.
I don't remember.
I can't believe you forgot it already.
I did.
All right, the next one, slap bracelets. Colorful metal bracelets wrapped in fabric that's slapped onto your wrist. Simple, but attractive.
That one's a hard one.
Thus the cricket sound effect, huh?
Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
Slap bracelets are really dangerous, actually.
Yeah,
So
but they were cool.
they kind of were cool, but got bored of them really easily.
All right, so the next item, and I remember these, the Goosebumps books. R.L. Stein's spooky series was a staple for cool kids who loved scary stories.
Cool. Except I don't read books. But there's a show, so I might watch that.
Oh, so there's a Goosebumps show, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Nintendo 64, the gaming console that brought 3D games to life with titles like Mario 64 and GoldenEye.
I gotta say cool.
It's video
Nintendo,
games.
yeah.
You can't put lame on video games. Rollerblades. Inline skates were the go-to for outdoor fun and showing off tricks at the park.
Cool.
Wow, this list is mostly holding in the cool side.
Yeah.
Lisa Frank Stationery. Bright rainbow-colored school supplies featuring unicorns, dolphins, and neon signs.
Lame.
I actually don't remember any of these. But the next one I do remember. And I almost broke my wrists trying it. Hacky sack. A small footbag used for circle games during recess. The more tricks you knew, the cooler you were.
How'd you almost break your wrists?
Well, I'm not a very athletic individual, and I was trying to do that trick where you put it between your feet and kick it forward to the next person. We'll just say that I didn't fully understand the whole concept of the whole balance of everything, so I started falling backwards and landed hard on my wrists.
Lame.
Which one? The story or the hacky sack?
Both. Because I've done moves like that and I didn't break my wrist, and it was purposeful though, so that is a difference.
Fine. Mood rings. Rings that supposedly change color based on your emotion. Mystical and trendy.
Those are pretty cool. I didn't wait.
Jinko jeans. Baggy jeans with huge pockets, often paired with chain wallets. A staple of the 90s streetwear.
I'm going to say they're cool. I don't wear jeans though.
Weird. At this point, I was going to mark them as lame.
Oh.
Weird. Okay. VHS movie nights. Renting movies from Blockbuster and watching classics like Jurassic Park or Space Jam.
No comment. Because I like buying CDs, which is pretty much like a VHS. So.
Yeah, but the whole concept of having to be kind and rewind.
Oh.
Uh-oh, I think I hear the sound effect coming.
Get a pencil.
Oh, that's audio cassettes, not VHS tapes.
Well, same difference.
If I crammed a pencil in a VHS tape, I don't think they would let me return it.
Oh.
Anyway. And we'll wrap this up with Spice Girls merch. Posters, CDs, and dolls from the iconic girls group were everywhere.
Huh? I don't know who they are.
So we can't read it.
No.
Okay. Well, that ends our list. So what did you think of this cool or lame segment?
I think it was pretty cool.
Awesome. We'll have to bring it back another time and add more items.
More cool items.
Well, this has been a fun episode. Cool tech, cool things, and wait, where did you get it? It happened.
What?
It turned into Oreos.
No, remember I ate your pizza. The only journey that happened was me going up to the kitchen and grabbing the pack of Oreos.
Nothing spiritual?
No.
No enlightenment?
Only when you realize I ate your lunch.
From the class of 1996.
And the class of 2026.
This has been Midlife Young.
Don't miss out on future episodes by subscribing to our podcast.
And find us online at midlifeyoung.com. Thank you for listening.